House members voted again today to punish one of their own. The House voted to censure Democratic Representative Jamaal Bowman for triggering a fire alarm at the U.S. Capitol office building. That's when chamber was in session. He pled guilty to the misdemeanor charge back in October, saying it was an accident.
Well, it's another example of how the Republican Party is not serious about governing. They have no ideas. They have no policies. They can't inspire the American people. So they focused on censuring me, even though after the fire alarm incident, I took full responsibility right away. The legal process is playing itself out, and if all things go well, the case will be completely dismissed in January. I have to pay a fine. Ethics at the moment is not moving forward. So, once again, the party is focused on censures and culture wars and messaging, and not focused on governing for the American people. So it's unfortunate.
Is that punishment, even though the censure has no real consequences, but is that fitting to the crime that he committed here? Yes. With all due respect to my colleague here, he pulled a fire alarm intentionally. He can try to say that it was not, or that he made a mistake. He thought the fire alarm would open a door. He was a middle school principal.
Have you ever worked in a school?
He certainly understands the difference between a locked door and a fire alarm. He ran by 7 Capitol Hill police officers after the alleged mistake and didn't say a word. He only spoke to them once a bolo went out and they went and found him and started inquiring about it. So with all due respect, this was not a mistake. It was intentional. The Democrats were playing shenanigans that day, doing single file line voting, using paper cards rather than their electronic cards to delay the vote on a continuing resolution. If Mr. Bowman and others are happy to expel George Santos, at the very least, there should be accountability. A censure is saying you did wrong. And that's what happened today.
I don't want to belabor this point, but as you can see, my Republican colleague is trying to get into my head and articulate my state of mind, despite my multiple consistent comments to the contrary, despite me not being charged for disrupting a congressional proceeding. And remember, this is a vote to keep the government open. So in a rush to get there, yes, I ran past many Capitol police officers, but I was trying to get there.
You unequivocally deny that this was an attempt to delay that vote?
Absolutely not.
I just want to make a point. The video evidence speaks for itself. I don't need to get in your head. The video shows you threw the signs on the floor, you tried opening the door, it didn't open, you went and pulled the fire alarm. You ran by 7 Capitol Hill police officers. That is not a mistake. And it took you an hour, by the way, to get to the floor to go vote. So don't say you were in a rush to go vote when you weren't.
Let's get to the more important issues, please. But again, to this point, only some of the video was released, not the entire video. So he's only speaking from a small percentage of what he saw. I don't know why this has gotten so much attention. I was literally just in a rush to go vote, man. That's all it was.
Have you ever worked in a school?